All right, let's dive right into this explainer and unpack that totally chaotic, high intensity World Cup moment that leaves casual sports fans completely baffled. I mean, you know exactly the moment I'm talking about, right? You tune in to watch the beautiful game expecting incredible world class athleticism, and suddenly you're hit with what looks like an off Broadway theatrical performance. So today we are going to break down the art, the strategy, and honestly, the outright deception of the soccer dive. Just picture the scene in your mind. You're watching a massive match. The stakes are sky high, the crowd is absolutely roaring, the tension is literally thick enough to cut with a knife. And then, out of nowhere, a player goes down like he's just been completely leveled. But then, they show the slow motion replay. And nobody touched him. I mean, maybe there was a slight breeze, but there he is rolling around on the grass, clutching his face in apparent agony. And you're just sitting there confused, right? You're sitting on your couch shouting at the TV thinking, is this guy serious? It is the most common reaction in the world. But here's the crazy thing. There is actually a massive amount of psychological and strategic gameplay happening in that exact moment that you might not see right away. So, my promise to you is that by the end of this explainer, you are going to have the ultimate decoder ring. You'll understand exactly what's happening, why these players risk total embarrassment to do it, and how you can instantly tell when an injury is real versus when it's just pure theater. Okay, let's kick things off with part one, the anatomy of a foul. So, at its core, a foul in soccer is pretty straightforward. It's when you trip, push, pull, or illegally tackle an opposing player. When that happens, the referee blows the whistle, stops play, and awards the other team a free kick from that exact spot. Now, a free kick in the middle of the field, that's one thing. But if you get a free kick just 20 yards away from the goal, that is a massive, incredibly dangerous advantage. It's basically a free, uncontested shot. It can completely flip the momentum of a game in a split second. And honestly, that huge advantage brilliantly illustrates the incentive behind all this behavior. Because that free kick is so insanely valuable, players have this massive incentive to go down and make any contact look far worse than it actually is. It's a performance. The more dramatic the fall, the more likely the referee blows that whistle. If you're an American sports fan, think of it exactly like an NBA player trying to draw a charge. You see it all the time, right? A guy gets bumped in the chest and throws himself violently backward across the hardwood just to sell the contact to the ref. It is the exact same idea here, just with, a lot more rolling around on the grass to make absolutely sure the referee, who's standing way off in the distance, notices the impact. Moving right along to part two, simulation and video replay. Now, exaggerating real contact is one thing, but diving is entirely different. Diving is when a player pretends to be fouled when there was absolutely zero contact at all. Nothing. They are completely faking it to try and con the referee into giving them a free kick. And yeah, unfortunately, it happens way too often. Fans absolutely despise it, opposing fans hate it, and let's be real, even fans of the team that benefits from the dive usually feel kind of gross about it. It just goes completely against the spirit of the sport. So you kind of have to wonder, right? Why do they do it if literally everyone hates it? Well, it really comes down to human limitation. Think about the referees. They have to make split-second decisions on a massive pitch. They're out there sprinting alongside world-class athletes, viewing the action from sometimes 30, 40 yards away, often with their line of sight completely blocked by other players. Referees simply can't see exactly what happened in real time. It's impossible. And the players, they know this blind spot exists, and they absolutely exploit it. But thankfully, technology is finally fighting back. Enter VAR, or the Video Assistant Referee. This is the modern technological countermeasure that's slowly but surely cleaning up the game. Basically, VAR allows off-field officials to review the broadcast footage. If a player clearly takes a dive and cons the referee on the field into awarding a penalty, VAR can chime in, tell the referee to go look at the monitor, and completely cancel out that fake penalty. It's a real game changer and has made diving much less effective. But because the potential reward is just so high, the practice definitely hasn't disappeared entirely. Which brings us to part 3, the penalty box jackpot. Let's talk about the penalty area. It's that large painted rectangle right in front of the goal. If a defending player commits a foul anywhere inside this box, the attacking team doesn't just get a regular free kick with a wall of defenders blocking them. Oh no, they get a penalty kick. That is one attacking player placing the ball exactly 12 yards from the goal, taking one free, uncontested shot with only the goalkeeper standing in their way. It is literally the most dramatic, nerve-wracking showdown in the entire sport. And the pure math behind that showdown is honestly fascinating. Get this, penalty kicks are converted, meaning they result in an actual goal, about 75% of the time. 3 out of 4 times the attacking team scores. Think about that for a second. That means a single foul call inside this box could literally decide the outcome of an entire World Cup match. It is the ultimate golden ticket. And because this reward is so mathematically enormous, the players are incredibly incentivized to hit the deck at the absolute slightest provocation inside that box. I mean, if they feel even a gentle brush on their ankle, their brain instantly says, go down. The reward of a 75% chance at a goal far, far outweighs the risk of looking a little foolish or maybe getting a yellow card for diving. Meanwhile, the poor goalkeeper is just stuck there. They can literally do nothing except guess which way the ball's going, dive early, and pray. Finally, let's wrap up with part 4, spotting a genuine injury. Now, it is absolutely crucial to remember that real injuries do happen. These are elite athletes running for 90 minutes at an intense, grueling pace. When collisions happen at a full-out sprint, it can be devastating, but you will notice the difference immediately. When there's a genuine injury, the medical staff, the physios, they sprint onto the field without waiting. Players from both teams will stop yelling at the ref and just take a knee. The entire atmosphere of the stadium instantly shifts from aggressive and loud to quiet and sobering. Now, contrast that with the theatrical dive. The moment the diver realizes the referee isn't blowing the whistle and the play is rushing back the other way, they experience this, miraculous recovery. They pop straight back up to their feet, the crowd boos the terrible acting, and play continues like nothing ever happened. So, let's bring it all together. Here is your ultimate decoder summary. Remember, fouls require imperfect, real-time judgments from human referees. Because of that limitation, players are always going to actively exaggerate contact to try and influence those split-second decisions. Outright diving is definitely a real, frustrating problem, but it's one that VAR is actively working to counter right now. And crucially, while the acting is super prevalent, genuine injuries carry obvious, universally respected signs that stop the game cold. Understanding these underlying tactics and really grasping the ruthless math of that penalty box instantly elevates how you watch the game. It makes you the smartest fan in the room. So, the next time you sit down to watch a huge match and you see a player go tumbling down onto the grass, you don't have to just sit there feeling confused or frustrated. You know exactly what's happening. Look at where they are on the field. Look at the referee's angle. Watch how quickly that player gets back up. Use your new decoder ring. The real question you'll be asking yourself isn't, why are they doing this? But rather, was that a clever sell of real contact or just a shameless dive?